I don't know. I feel like it means a lot. I feel like at the beginning of the year, we always want this to be our end goal. We want to be bowling in April, and we always want to be one of the top 4 teams. So, and I think with the 6 seniors that we have, it just means a lot for all of us to be here and do it together one last time.
Yeah, I think we obviously we came out to Final Four last year and finished in 3rd, which was a great showing, but we're definitely coming back with more fight this time, and I think we're well prepared. We had a great season, so we definitely know that we deserve to be one of the 4 teams out here and are going to put the work in to hopefully bring home a national title.
Yeah, we just wanted more time together, I think. You know, it was a heck of a good match last week against North Carolina. I think it was a 6-hour marathon day against them, and they bowled great. But I think we just want one more week together, and we're going to soak it in and do our darndest.
When you went to that if necessary with NCAT, seemed like you guys flipped some kind of switch there. The match was neck and neck the entire time, and then all of a sudden it wasn't. What do you have within you that helps you get to that next level?
I feel like overall we just tried to stay in ourselves. This isn't the first time we've been to the if necessary. We've been to many of them, and I think we went on a really long stretch for the regular tournaments when we do the best 4 out of 7 going to game 7. So there's been a lot of penguin bowling that has been down to the last game, down to the last frame. So I think we just stayed within ourselves and really focused on each shot.
Yeah, like she said, we're definitely not new to that situation. So I think being in a familiar spot, knowing that it's go time, it was definitely easy for us to kind of switch up and be like, well, this is what we wanted. We want to go to Final Four. So we were able to just change that mindset. It's do it now or our season's done. So we definitely wanted to put in a fight to make it.
Yeah, it seemed like every match on Sunday, the second semester, was a Game 7 one-shot match that could have gone either way. And I think it really prepared us for that moment. And we had a lot of fun. Even during the first mega match that we lost, we were still having fun. So I had a good feeling heading into it that it was going to be a well-bowled match. But yeah, when you can enjoy those moments, it's a good thing.
I'll start with Amanda because you mentioned it being here last year and finishing 3rd. What do you guys have to do to get to the show, maybe differently than you did last year, or how are you preparing the group to be able to get to the show this year?
I feel like just honestly coming out here last year and seeing what it's like kind of said, okay, this is our fresh start. We're going to test the waters, and now it's go time. We've been here before. I feel like we've bowled an extra tournament this year, so just getting more competition time on the lanes was going to help. And like we said with the last question, we've been in tight matches and where it comes down to one shot, and I just feel like being put in that position already just gives us one more step forward to be able to do it this year.
Yeah, and I think the big thing too that we have is we have 8 returners,
Yeah, 8
and
returners
all
from
8 of
last year.
those did play a huge role in our Final Four competition last year. So I think the experience is a huge thing, and I think overall, at the end of the day, I think we just hold each other up, and we really just stay within ourselves, and we keep bowling how we always bowled. We know that this is really important and it's really huge to win a national championship, but also at the end of the day, we just leave it all out there on the lanes.
Yeah, I think just better preparations too this time around. I think we made the Final Four in Kansas City in 21, but that was kind of a condensed COVID year. So last year was kind of our first kind of real go around of that quick 2-3 day turnaround, and I think we did a better job this year, kind of taking notes what we could have done better, preparing ourselves, especially getting enough rest and mentally preparing ourselves for this weekend. I think we feel pretty ready.
Obviously, veteran season team, but new season, new year. How have you guys grown from the beginning of the year to where you are now to help you get here?
I don't know. I think overall, I feel like with our practices, not that we've never not taken them seriously, but we, at the beginning of the year, the last few years, we've done a vision board, and always for our vision board, the big thing is obviously making it to Final Four, and I feel like the last 2 years we really stuck with that vision board, and we really made it an emphasis to go to each stop that we have and try and hit, we made ours a roulette board this year for Vegas and everything.
All legal
that.
though, all legal.
Yeah. But I think this year we really come into each practice and we take each shot seriously, and we focus on the different areas that personally or as a team we need to focus on, and do a lot of spare work. And
I also think, as she said, we did have 8 returners from last year with 1 new addition. Our team cohesiveness is just amazing. So we're all friends first, so that definitely helps our performance on the lanes.
Yeah, I think being comfortable challenging each other a little bit more at times, especially with ball choices, alignments, and they've gotten really good at challenging me when, hey, this doesn't feel right. I see this, and vice versa, and respectfully doing so, and then really making quicker decisions, I think. Okay, look, we got to get out of this ball right now, get out of this part of the lane, instead of waiting a few frames out of, maybe too much respect or too much, reticence. We're kind of getting aggressive with those moves, and it's helping. I know last weekend, for instance, Amanda, yeah, you know where I'm going with this. We're getting ready to bowl the match against NCAT, and I was getting ready to sand one of her bowling balls. She goes, "Coach, don't do that. I like how it's rolling with 1,000. Don't hit it. Don't make it any less." And I was like, okay, she seems pretty confident with that, and she, I think, struck almost every ball. So things like that add up when you're ahead of those little moves and confident with challenging each other respectfully. Yeah.
Any other questions?
You guys have a very good team dynamic, obviously. And each year you grow and develop your personal game. How have you grown outside of bowling, outside of the lanes? How has the events of this year or your collegiate career, how has that developed you outside of the lanes?
I mean, I feel like personally, like coming to a college like this that's like on the smaller side. I come from a very small town in Ohio. There's like 10,000 people that live there, I think.
Wapakadeta, great place. Good
So
people.
like the atmosphere at college has always just made me feel at home, and I feel like on the lanes, like even if you're struggling, whether it's on the lanes, off the lanes, or whatever, having these girls around me has just really helped. Like they have, like it's like a second family, a home away from home, and I feel like they've just really helped me. They've been multiple study partners anytime I've had to do anything with my nursing school. Like I felt like I could just really rely on literally anyone on the team if I needed them 2 o'clock in the morning or anything like that. I felt like I could call them and they would be there and they would do anything to help me.
Yeah, I'm in a very similar situation. I am actually the next closest person who lives out of state, so I'm from Jersey. So even being like 5.5, 6 hours from home, knowing that I have a lot of people who have my back and just like a second family here, it's easy to be that far away from home and not have to think about, oh, well, my family's back home. But I have family here that makes it a lot easier. And then, yeah, I think we're all understanding with each other's majors because we're a very smart team out there. We like our classes. So just knowing, like, if I'm struggling in a class, I can go to anyone and say, hey, like, I'm having a moment, like, I don't know what to do, I need some help, and anyone on the team is willing to help, even if it's just go over my flashcards with me, quiz me for an exam. Like, we're all so close off the lanes that it helps on the lane performance.
One of my favorite shows is Ted Lasso.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. And Danny Rojas says, he says football is life, and I think bowling is life. I think all these teams are so great at handling adversity on the lanes and these swings that happen in our sport, and taking them in stride and finding a way to come out the other side. And it's been fun to see them do that throughout the year. And I think they're all going to be set up, all these teams, all these players for life, just how they navigate the ups and downs of life. And it's really fun to be a part of it. And it makes you as a coach a better person. It really does. So thank you. Okay.
You're welcome.
If you guys were studying for tomorrow's competition per se, what would those flashcards look like? What are the focus points?
Make your spares. Nah, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I think a lot of the times before we like compete, we really just focus on like making good shots, repeating our shots, and like thriving off the other people. Like, although like only 5 girls bowl at one time, everyone behind you is also like a big, huge deal. Like whether you're in the lineup or not, you are contributing to the team somehow. And I think it's important that we also know that as a team. Like we've worked through different things like that. Bless you. And we've really like taken it with whoever's in the lineup is also important with those who are out. So I think that at the end of the day, we'll just focus on making the good shots we know we can make and making whatever's left, or like rolling with all the punches that are out there. Like, because at the end of the day, sometimes you can't control how the pins fall, and you just have to keep rolling.
I mean, one thing we always say a lot as a team is we like to stay in our bubble. So I think making sure our bubble is on point tomorrow and focusing on ourselves is going to really put us above. So hoping we stay in our bubble and, like we said, let the pins fall how they fall, and hopefully that will help.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just continuing to have fun. Just really enjoying the moment, no matter how we get off to a start. It's just enjoying it, enjoying the moment, enjoying the competition, and like they said, let things kind of take care of themselves and see what happens.